Real Estate Group, Todd Seward.
Stacy Tingland.
We've begun to notice that oftentimes our clients are asking questions about the home buying process, and we spend a lot of time giving clients a lot of information. Unfortunately, although we try to be, we're not available 24 hours, 7 days a week. So we decided that we were going to put together a series of videos. So Stacy, if a client wants a question answered at 3 in the morning, we're going to create a library so they can do what?
So they can ask as many questions, get as many questions answered as many times as they need to by watching these videos over and over and over again and having full access to us as often and at whatever time of the day they need us.
And thank you, Stacey. And one thing we know is that when you're going through the home buying process, you are overwhelmed with information, and it is imperative that a lot of the information is repeated to you over and over again. So we thought it would be great to create a video library of the home buying process, and we've made 5 stages, right? We've subdivided into 5 stages. Today we're going to be talking about
Stage 1, the pre-home search. What do you do when you decide that you're ready to buy your home and you're not sure just where to begin?
So our first point we're going to talk about is an individual consultation. As real estate professionals, when we are approached by a client who was interested in working with us, the first thing we do is an initial consultation. The purpose of that initial consultation is to do an overall introduction, introduce ourselves, our team, our office, so the client gains some familiarity with us. And secondly, the second thing that we do that's most important is help the client identify their PPL. So you might be saying, what's PPL? And I guarantee you, none of you know what it is because it's an acronym we created. Stacy, share with the folks what PPL is.
So PPL stands for property type. So that is either a multifamily, single family, townhome, condo, co-op, whatever it is, whatever property type you desire to purchase. The other P stands for the price point. That is the budget or the monthly mortgage that the client desires to spend every single month on that home that they desire to purchase. And the final L stands for the location with which the buyer desires to live.
What we've begun to understand in our extensive history working with, our experience and history working with first-time home buyers and home buyers in general, is that those 3 elements must align in order for you to be successful in your purchase. If your price point and location align, but the property type doesn't align, you're not going to be successful. So we work with clients to help them understand the alignment of those 3 elements is essential. And one of the things we find with home buyers is sometimes they don't have a realistic view of the market, do they, Stacey?
No, they don't. No, they don't.
And in order to help them, we've developed another concept. It's proprietary, I want to say this, is there's a dynamic all buyers have to accept. At some point, buyers have to separate fantasy from reality.
That's right, guys.
Fantasy is what you want the house to cost, what you think it should cost, and what's reality, Stacey?
Reality is what the market says the house costs.
That's right. Once you separate fantasy from reality, you're able to truly embrace your PPL. So we spend a good deal of time. It may sound quick and simple, but it takes time for us to work with clients and have conversations and get them to the point where, 1, they separate fantasy from reality, and 2, they embrace what?
Their PPL.
Their PPL. Now, the other thing that we do during this initial consultation, we ask
Can I interrupt you,
Yes.
Todd? Well, one of the things we do when we do our initial consultation